Today we're going to be simplifying these trig expressions, okay? The trick to doing this, you need to convert everything into terms of sine and cosine. So guys, if you look at your formula sheet, under the quotient properties, how can you rewrite tangent?
Sine over cosine.
Exactly. Tangent can be written as sine over cosine. So that's what I'm going to use from the formula chart, this piece of information. So tangent, let's rewrite it as sine over cosine. And I still have this cosine right here. And those cancel out nicely. So this trigonometric expression simplifies to sine x. I have cotangent x and tangent x. Do you guys know the relationship between these two trig functions? They're opposites. What's another word for that? They're reciprocals. When you multiply reciprocals together, it equals 1. Let me give you a standard example. The reciprocal of 3 is 1/3. And if you multiply it, you get 3 over 3, which is just 1. The reciprocal of 2 is 1/2. That simplifies to 1. Same thing here. These are reciprocals. It's going to simplify to 1. Now, if you still don't believe me, we could still convert these into sines and cosines. Cotangent can be written as what?
Cosine is also reciprocal.
Yep. And tangent can be written as sine over cosine. Those cancel, those cancel. You're just left with 1. Reciprocal functions will always cancel to equal 1. Okay? All right, so guys, here, this one right here, this is the cofunction identity. And what is it equal to? Look at that formula sheet. Yep, this equals to cosine. So I have secant y is equal to cosine y. This expression is equal to cosine of y. Now, do you guys know the relationship between cosine and secant? They're reciprocals. They're reciprocals. That means it's going to cancel out to equal 1. However, if you want to see it, remember, secant can be written as 1 over cosine. That's your reciprocal identity. Okay? So if you want to see the algebra, secant can be written as 1 over cosine. And you still have this cosine, and they cancel out. You're left with 1. Cotangent. Look at your quotient identity. What can cotangent be written as?
Cosine.
Yep. Cosine over sine. So you have cosine u over sine u, and then you have sine u. Those cancel. This is equal to cosine. And this time they're using the variable u instead of x or theta. Now, we're going to simplify the expression to become 1 or -1, okay? So guys, let's look at cosecant of -x. You guys need to look at the even and odd identities. Look at this on your formula sheet. You should see that cosecant is equal to what? Yep, negative cosecant. So that means I can rewrite this as the sign can stay the same, but this can be written as a negative cosecant. And guys, these are still being multiplied. Just because there's a negative right here, it's not being subtracted. Okay, they're still being multiplied together. Okay, now let's think about this. Aren't these reciprocals? So normally if it wasn't negative, it'd just be 1. What do you think it'll be this time?
Negative.
It'll be -1. However, I can still show you the algebra. If you look under the reciprocal identities, cosecant can be written as 1 over sine. So this can be written as sine times a -1 over sine. And those cancel. You're left with -1. I want y'all to try this one. Ready, go. In fact, try the rest of these in the section. So for this one, the identity that you need are these even and odd identities. So cotangent of negative x is equal to negative cotangent. So this can be written as negative cotangent x. And this is being multiplied by, this can be written as negative tangent. So this is negative tangent of x. So these are reciprocals. That means it's going to equal 1. And a negative times a negative is a positive. So this is equal to 1. Now I can also show you the algebra. This can be written as cosine over sine. That's what cotangent is. And this one is sine over cosine. That's what tangent is. Cancel, 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 cancel. Negative and a negative is a positive, so you get 1. So we're going to do this one. This one is algebra heavy. So the trick is to change everything in terms of sine and cosine, okay? So I have a sine out here, that's okay. Tangent can be written as sine over cosine. Cotangent can be written as cosine over sine. You always want to put things into sines and cosines. It'll help you simplify. Okay. Now, we have to take it back to elementary school. We're going to add fractions. Let me remind you about adding fractions. If I have 1/2 plus 1/3, what do you need to add fractions? Exactly, a common denominator. So this 2 needs a 3, and this 3 needs a 2. So they both have 2's and 3's. So if I do that to the denominator, I have to multiply the numerators by the same thing. So 3's and 3's, 2's and 2's. So this becomes 3/6, and this becomes 2/6. Now, when you add them, your denominator stays the same, and you combine the numerators. Make sense?
Yes.
We're going to do the same thing to the precalculus. Notice my denominators are different. This cosine needs a sine. And what you do to the denominator, you must do to the top. This sine needs a cosine. You see how they match now? Just like I had to do it over here? Okay. So, whenever you're adding fractions, your denominator stays the same. That's my denominator. My numerator, we're going to add them together. First of all, what is sine times sine? Okay, what is x times x?
Sine squared.
Yes. So sine times sine would be sine squared, plus cosine times cosine is cosine squared. Okay, so that's what happened in my parentheses. We had to add the fraction. And I still have this sign on the outside. All right. Okay, now we're going to use the Pythagorean identity, which says sine squared plus cosine squared equals 1. So look at your formula chart. Under Pythagorean identities, it's the first one. We're going to use that identity here. I have sine squared plus cosine squared. We can set that equal to 1. We can replace it with a 1. So I'm going to erase this, or you can write it on the next line. This is just 1. All right. Now, I'm going to distribute this sign into my parentheses. Sine x times 1 is just sine x. And your denominator is still cosine x and sine x. You guys see what cancels? The signs. You're left with 1 over, this cosine is in the denominator, 1 over cosine. How can we write this?
Secant.
Exactly, that's just secant. That is your reciprocal identity. So look under reciprocal identities on your formula chart. Reciprocal identity. We know that secant is equal to 1 over cosine. So you can write this as secant. So guys, whenever you're simplifying the trigonometric expressions, you're going to use sines and cosines. Once you get to the very end, you don't have to keep it as a fraction. Write it in the simplest basic form, which can be sine, cosine, tangent, cotangent, secant, or cosecant, okay? All right, any questions on this? It's about to get easier. Let's try this one. I'm gonna let you guys try it for a moment and then we'll come back together. But just as a hint, this is the identity that you're gonna have to use. It's on your formula sheet. All right, so to simplify this one, we wanna turn everything in terms of sines and cosines. So this is just sine, it stays the same, it's good. Tangent, that can be written as sine divided by cosine. I'm gonna keep this cosine the same. And this is your cofunction identity. So this is equal to sine. So I'm going to replace this whole thing with sine. All right, and notice these are being multiplied, so I can cancel those out. So I'm left with sine minus sine plus sine. Anything minus itself is just cancels out. That's 0. So you're just left with sine. That's your answer. So this expression simplified down to sine. Here is your next problem. Try it. So remember, when you're trying to simplify these trigonometric expressions, you want to turn everything into sines and cosines. So these two, they're fine. I'm going to just copy it down. Tangent can be written as sine over cosine. Secant can be written as 1 over cosine, and cosecant can be written as 1 over sine. All right, now let's start canceling things out. This can cancel with that can cancel with that. I'm left with a sine over a cosine. And guys, what is sine over cosine? Tangent. So all of that just equals tangent.